It's Carter, welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are all having a fantastic day today. Now in today's video, we are going to be talking about how I lost money swing trading. I lost near and around $700 by, a swing trade. And honestly, I want to talk to you guys what went well and what went wrong and pretty much how I can prevent this in the future. So I hope you guys all enjoy it. If you guys get anything in value out of this video, hit that like button and subscribe. And for those of you that are new to the channel, my name is Carter. I've been a full-time swing trader for over 6 years. And with that being said, we do have an amazing school where I teach people strategies and risk management skills on how to become a proper trader. We have private live streams, we have group chat, quizzes, lectures, pretty much everything you guys must know and need to get started with swing trading in the stock market. And guys, this loss is not that big of a deal. With swing trading, you're going to have wins, you're going to have losses. That's just part of the game. And this is the first loss that I've seen in a decent amount of time here. So I want to talk to you guys about what went well and what went wrong and how I can prevent them in the future. So guys, swing trading, it's all a learning experience, and the last thing I want to do with a loss like this is just ignore it. I always want to go back and review my trades, and that's why having a trading journal like this one, I'll put it down below, is so crucial, because you can pretty much have that checklist. You can write down your errors so you guys can prevent them in the future. That's mine, the one I made. It's on Amazon. It's absolutely fantastic. So check it out down below. But guys, all right, so let's pull up the charts here and kind of see what went well and what went wrong. So we took a trade on Shopify. You guys can see it did announce an earnings here, and the earnings actually they did good, but they just pretty much said, hey, in the future expect a little bit of some less revenue. So we took a trade on the trend line here. You guys can see we drew it out here from the lows here at $23, and you guys can see it hits it once, and that's pretty much it, right? Normally with a trend line strategy, we do like a little more touches, but I decided to ignore it, honestly, and just take the trade. I didn't go super heavy in on it, which definitely saved me some money, as well as I cut my losses, which saved me more money. And I do think that's important here. And the thing about swing trading is this stock could easily turn around tomorrow, but you gotta have that approach of stone cold. What that means is when you cut your losses, you cut your losses, right? Don't ever look back and say, oh, I wish I would have done this. Look at every loss as like a learning opportunity. So with this trade here, I do think waiting for possibly another more touch or confirmation could have been super important here. So what I mean by that, as confirmation goes, is looking at like the hourly chart. I love looking at the hourly chart just so we can see kind of what's going on. So you guys can see it actually sells off. This was on that earnings report, like I said, kind of consolidated here and slowly started stair-stepping its way down. Now, the thing about this stock here is it, one, does have some support right here. Honestly, just took the trade, didn't even look at the hourly chart. Mistake number 2, pretty much. So knowing that, now would have been a better time to invest, just because there's a lot more opportunity from $56 to possibly $58, because we know there's resistance up here, as well as what I could have done is just wait for a breakout of the resistance. I'm sure if we look back, we could see what I mean. So you guys can see that once the stock started selling off below these moving average lines, if we get that breakout here, even in here, here, and here, now the trend changes. Now what we have is this nice upward trend. So now you can ride that trend. Looking for that push up or that breakout above it is very important. And you guys can see it comes close, but it just never does. And ever since then, we had that nice upward trend. And honestly, I didn't even look at the hourly chart, like I said. And another thing here, so I got a bad entry. I didn't look at the hourly chart to see where some support, where some resistance is. But one thing that I do think, I did well was the RSI. It was still trading for near and around, a 24, which the last time it was trading for a 24, it went from $68 to $74. So, I do think, the RSI, we did look at that and understand that there is some potential off there. But honestly, it's just the name of the game. Looking for another opportunity here. Let me show you here. This was a kind of a better play. You guys can see there's 3 touches, right? 1, 2, and 3. So we took a small trade here, and obviously it's performing a lot better. And the RSI was a lot better. If we go to the hourly chart, you guys can see it's starting to get that breakout, what we like to see, as well as I knew there was heavy support here. If we look at like a horizontal line, I knew there is. Why can I click that? I knew there was heavy support here, right here. You guys can see, right? It hits it once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. So now when you take a trade, you understand, okay, support's here. I could set my stops below it, see if we can get that push above, or sell out the resistance. You just have a lot more options when you look at, more in depth on the time frames with your charting. So I do think with the Shopify trade, not that big of a deal. It's just a small loss in the grand scheme of things. The NXE trade that made a lot more. This one here alone, right on this trend line here, this one alone made from here to here about 14 or a little under that, about 13%. So I'm not too worried about a 2% loss in the grand scheme of my trading career. It's gonna happen. So you always got to look back, review these trades, kind of like I did, and then jot it down, write out that checklist. I do think having a checklist, I know I'm talking a lot about this, but even if you guys just use like a notebook kind of like this, this will do the job. Write out that checklist. So before I buy the position, I want to make sure it's on support, whether it's a moving average line. What's the RSI line? What does the hourly chart look like? What does, a variety of other indicators you guys can use. Where's support, resistance? Where's going to be your stop loss, your profit? All that stuff is super important here. And so looking at a loss like Shopify, I definitely think that I got out early, and honestly, now would be the better time to try to swing trade it. But it is what it is, and it's all part of the game. So guys, I hope you guys all enjoyed it. Let me know down in the comments some tips and tricks you guys use to minimize those losses, so we all can kind of learn from each other. So guys, I hope you guys all enjoyed it. Like, subscribe. Hope you guys have a fantastic day. Don't forget to check out my amazing online school where you guys can learn how I swing trade, the strategies, and we have, the great thing about it, private live stream, we have quizzes, group chat, and I don't believe in alerts. I think alerts are a recipe for disaster. I give stocks with opportunity, and then I let you guys do your due diligence to determine if you should buy it. So I think that's a lot better than, hey, buy this stock. Oh, well, what if I don't talk about it for, and now you're in this position. It's just a recipe for disaster. So guys, hope you guys all enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. And guys, one last thing. This week's live stream is going to be delayed later in the day. Family emergency, unfortunately. But we'll see you guys later. Take care.